Day 43 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, guys, we're back again for day 43. Another day, another LeetCode problem, guys. I'm sorry for posting so late today. It's Father's Day, so you know I had to do the Father's Day thing, go out with the fam and stuff. You know how that is. But guess what? I made sure I had to get back in time to get this video uploaded today before the day ends so we can continue our journey of a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job or we get a job. And you know, if you are subscribed to this page, then it's a we thing. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not subscribed to this page, go ahead, take your mouse. Go ahead, take your mouse, bring it down here. Go ahead, click that subscribe button, guys. And then after you click that subscribe button, go ahead, all my bankers, man. Go ahead and drop that bank emoji in the comments and hit the like button so we can run this engagement up and run these subscribers up at the same time, guys. You know how we do. We trying to work smart, not hard. So with that being said, let's look at what question we have here today. Today we have question number 649. Excuse me, guys. We have question number 649, Dota 2 Senate. The difficulty level is medium, but you know we're not going to let that stop us from keeping our solutions simple and easy to understand so we all can learn, and that's the goal at the end of the day, is for us to learn and understand the processes and to the way to think like a programmer, you know? So let's read the question, see what the question says. It says, in the world of Dota 2, there are two parties, the Radiant and Dire. The Dota Senate consists of senators coming from two parties. Now the Senate wants to decide on a change in the Dota game. The voting for this change is a round-based procedure, and each round, each senator can exercise one of the two rights. They can exercise ban one senator's right. A senator can make another senator lose all of his rights in this and all of the following rounds. Or they can announce the victory. If the senator found the senators who still have rights to vote are all from the same party, he can announce the victory and decide on the change in the game. Given the string Senate representing each senator's party belonging, the character R&D represent the Radiant Party and the Dire Party. Then, if there are n senators, the size of the given string will be n. The round-based procedure starts from the first senator to the last senator in the given order. This procedure will last until the end of voting. All of the senators who have lost their rights will be skipped during the procedure. Suppose every senator is smart enough and will play the best strategy for his own party. Predict which party will finally announce the victory and change the Dota 2 game. The output should be Radiant or Dire. Okay, guys, that's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. It's even harder to understand what they're talking about. So let's look at the example so we could really bring this home and understand what they want us to do. So first, let's look at the input. Input Senate equals RD. The output is Radiant. Explanation, the first senator comes from Radiant and he can just ban the next senator's right in round one. And the second senator can't exercise any rights anymore since his right has been banned. And in round two, the first senator can just announce the victory since he is the only guy in the Senate who can still vote. So let's look. Let's break this down a little bit. So remember, we're going from left to right. So first we have R. And remember, they have two rights that they could do. They could ban one senator's right and they can announce the victory. So first we have R. He has two things he could do. He can't announce the victory yet because there's no victory yet. But you know what he can do? He can ban D's right to vote. Boom. So guess what? He bans D's right to vote. So now R is the only letter left. That is why the output is Radiant, because it's only R and D and R goes first. So R gets to just ban D. D can't vote anymore. And remember, R can also announce the victory. So all R has to do is ban D's vote and then announce the victory. Why? Because there's only two characters in the whole string, and that's the end of it. So that might be a little tricky to understand. Let's look at example 2 because there's more characters. So I might be able to make it easier to understand. So in input 2, Senate equals RDD. The output is Dire. So the explanation senator comes from Radiant, and he can just ban the next senator's right in round one. And the second senator can't exercise any rights anymore since his right has been banned. And the third senator comes from Dyer, and he can ban the first senator's right in round one. And in round two, the third senator can just announce the victory since he's the only guy in the Senate who can vote. So let's break this down. First, we're going left to right. First, we got R. What does R want to do? He wants to ban D's right to vote. Boom. So now this D, the first D, can't vote anymore. He's out the game. Now it's just R and D left in the game. But guess what? We got a twist. It's not R's turn anymore. It's D's turn. And guess what D gonna do? He gonna ban R. This D right here is going to ban this R. So guess what? Now this D and this R are both banned. So what does that leave? This D, one D right here, one outlier, last man standing. D, output is Dyer because he's the last man standing. Nobody else can vote, and he also has the right to declare himself the victor. So he says Dyer is the victor. So let's see how we're gonna code this, guys. And luckily, the code is easier to understand than the actual problem. So let's go through it. First thing we're gonna do is we're going to declare a variable called Senate, and we're gonna set that equal to Senate dot map. And we're gonna open up our little array brackets. We'll say $0, because remember that represents every character in the array. And we're gonna say equal to R. So what this is going to do is this is going to look at every R in the whole string. And what we're going to do after that is we're going to put a question mark, and if there's R, we're going to add 1. If it's not, or we're going to mark a 1. If it's not, we're going to mark a -1. So if it's a D, it's going to be a -1. If it's an R, it's going to be a 1. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say we're going to declare another variable called spread, and we're going to set that equal to 0. Then we're going to say while true, we're going to declare another variable called scene, and we're going to set that equal to 0. Then we're going to come down here, we're going to say Senate equals Senate, dot reduce into an array of integers. Boom. Then we're going to come over here. Oh, don't forget to put your parentheses or your parentheses after that, the array of integers. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to say, Senate, comma, let me fix that, Senate, comma, party, n. Then we are going to say if party times spread is greater than or equal to 0, we are going to Senate dot append party. So what this is going to do is this is going to keep track of who's left, it's going to basically keep track of these right here, because if -1 times -1 is still going to be a positive. 1 times 1 is still going to be a positive. So that's how we're going to keep track of who's winning, because either way, a negative times a negative is still going to be positive, and it's still going to be above 0. So we're going to be able to see if the D's or the R's are winning, and we're going to keep track of that. We're going to append accordingly. Then we're going to come down here, we're going to say scene, and we're going to say just one OR line. Like this would be OR, but we're just going to say OR equal one OR line. And then we're going to say party greater than 0. Boom. Boom. Then we're going to say question mark 1 colon 2. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say, we're going to come right here and we are going to say spread plus equals party. Then we're going to come down here one more time and we're going to say guard scene equals 3. Else return radiant, comma, dire. And then we're going to come over here, we're going to open up some array brackets, and we're going to say scene minus 1. Then we're going to run it. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Oh, we got a typo. And guard, excusez-moi, guard, scene, run, push. Let's see what happens. We got another typo. What does it say? Cannot find scene. Oh, we got another. Too many E's. So run it again. And it's accepted, guys. So let's submit it and see what happens. Ooh, 11 milliseconds beats 82.89% of users and Swift, guys. Not too bad at all, guys. And that ends our day 43 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until we get a job, guys. Pat yourselves on the back, and I will see you guys right here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See you guys then. Adios.